All right, Chris, I remember trade deadline happens. You get traded here, and I asked you, I said, you coming to this team, this is a team that's going to be fighting for a playoff spot. Did you envision this team making the World Series?
Man, when I first got over here, it was like we couldn't get out. I think that first series that I was here, I think we hit like 15 homers at home. So I was like, man, we're a pretty good team. I knew if we could, put together some pitching and stuff, we would be just fine on the offensive front. So, in the grand scheme, I thought that we had a really good chance to make a run.
I love it. So, when people always talk about the history of trades and different things, you're part of obviously one of probably the biggest trades that may have shifted the World Series to a team, you and Jordan. Can you talk about, just when you and Jordan got the word, what was the impressions for you guys when you first came to Texas? Like, what did you know about the Rangers, or did you know anything about Texas baseball in general?
So we were fortunate enough to come play here, not too long before the trade deadline. So we actually got to see the visiting clubhouse, and it was awesome. I don't know if that word's gotten out much, but the facilities here are fantastic. And we were like, if the visiting clubhouse is this good, then the home clubhouse has to be awesome. But just in general from Texas, we just, the history of, Michael Young and Beltre. And I played with Derek Holland for a couple of years on a couple of different teams. So, the history and everything.
Yeah. I love it. So for you just growing up and watching baseball as a fan, growing up in the game, do you have any moments as a fan that you remember of a World Series that you may have watched, like a moment that stands out to you for a World Series?
There's just been so many over the years. I'd have to say, I don't know why it's sticking out, but when Rajah Davis hit the homer in Cleveland, I don't know why that one sticks out in my mind right now, but that was just such a scrappy team. I ended up playing with Cody Allen a little bit later with the Angels. Just kind of talked to him a little about that, that time there, but I think that would probably be one that sticks out to me for some reason.
Love it. A few more questions, man. So I remember asking all the guys after the ALDS, describe this team in one word, and everyone said resilient. It just seems like for some odd reason, even when you lost Game 5 here, I didn't see any sad faces. I didn't see the, oh man, we blew it kind of thing. It was like, oh, we got to go to Houston. It was like another business trip. Can you just talk about the psyche of this team, man, and just how y'all were able just to shake it off? It seems like y'all shaked off a lot. It was a point in time in this season where the team was struggling, and you guys just seemed to shake it off, and now you're here.
Yeah, it's one of those things too. At the end of the year, we're playing Seattle, and that was such a playoff atmosphere. I think that was a huge part of the run that we've made so far. Is just playing in that atmosphere and those important games. And we only won one of those, but just being able to come back from that. And, this team has been resilient all year. Even before I got here, one of the best teams in the first half. And like I said, the offense has been incredible. And I just knew if we could put some pitching performances together, it would be really great. And it's nice to have Evo back. When I first got here, he was banged up, so he was coming back from injury. And the addition of Scherzer, doing his thing. You mentioned me and Monty earlier. I don't know if you can mention us in the same sentence, even though we just got traded together. That's probably about the same, but we were pumped to get traded together, and having a friend over here has been awesome. But it's been so much fun to be a part of. Some people play their whole careers and aren't fortunate enough to even play in the playoffs. This is only my second time over the past 2 years that I've even been in the playoffs, so much less even making it this far. So just trying to soak it all up with these guys and just enjoy this last series.
I love it. Last question, man. So, we talk about stars, right, and guys become household names for these big moments. Obviously, we talk about Monty, man. Now, Monty has become a household name. So I got to ask you about one guy, Adolis. He's become a legit household name. And obviously we know how great he's been. But can you talk about just being around there and seeing what may become now a potential superstar in this case?
Yeah, what he's doing is not easy, especially against the pitching that we've been facing. So, just to be able to go up there and do damage, that's kind of what the playoffs has been about, is who can do the most damage at times. So, as his pitchers, we're just trying to limit it. But he's just been such a spark plug for us, and just a fun teammate, always having a good time. It's been an honor to get to know him and play with him.
Love it. Chris, congratulations, man. Look forward to celebrating with you soon, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.